Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Budget, and today we're going to talk about some serious things.
Really?
We're going to be talking about budgeting and how it is that we can reduce our bills and monthly expenses. And notice I'm saying we because, child, we in this together. So, with everything that has been happening, bills are increasing, foreign exchange rate is off the charts. What are we gonna do? How can we save money on our bills? How can we reduce monthly expenses? Well, I'm gonna give you some tips, and if there are any tips that I've left off that have been working for you, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and let me know what's been working. The rest of we want to learn to, boss me, yeah? All right, so now, first thing that I'm very guilty of not doing of late, but bring lunch to work. Take your lunch to work. There's this, let me tell you, there's this new restaurant that I wanted to tell you guys about. It's called The Kitchen. Wow! Yeah, you should really try it. I mean, the chef is okay, but yeah, you should really try it. Let me tell you something, guys. Fun and joke aside, carry your lunch, go to work. Take lunch to work. Like for me, where I work, food is very expensive.
It's expensive.
It's not like one time when a 5 bills could have get you a decent lunch. No, a decent lunch is $1,000 if you're lucky. And you know, I'm not get a full serving.
No!
So it is cheaper to take your lunch to work. Spend a little extra time. It may require a little preparation, but cook at your yard. Cook at your yard. I know you can do little something. If it's even like a peanut butter sandwich, nobody don't have to know your business. Carry your lunch from work. It will save you some money, because I can tell you, for the past month or so, because I'm very big on cooking and carrying, but like for the past month, I got kind of lazy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And I decided, I'll just find something on the road. And may I tell you, say, girl, child, it nyam out everything out a little piece of budget that I have. Like, I shudder when I look back and see how much money has been spent just for a little lunch.
Oh, how did I spend that much money?
I remember one time I went to this unnamed store, unnamed restaurant, I should say, and when I got what I paid for, it was literally bun up chicken tenders. Bun up chicken tenders. Mr. I could have cried. The only reason I never walked back was because the sun was so hot and it was so far away. And for go walk back, go get into an argument about chicken tenders.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
After I spent, I said, no, I learned my lesson. So people, cook at your yard. It's hygienic. You know where it's coming from, you know the chef, you know the cook, you know everybody, and it saves you a ton of money. Good. Secondly, I don't know if you guys know about like the biggest kept secret in Jamaica, but for adventures and for hotel stays and for, like a food deals, like a product deals, buy from deal sites in Jamaica such as Gustazos, that is Gustazos. Gustazos, check it out, Gustazos Jamaica. Up on the site, on it you can find deals. So if it is that you feel like, boy, it would be nice to eat out once in a while, you can still treat yourself, but you can treat yourself on a budget. So on this site, the deals are half off, cut into 50% for you and somebody else. Go and take advantage of it. And I mean, you can get restaurant deals as low as I've seen deals there for $999 for the 2 hours. Get a meal plus drinks. Hello. They have other deals on it too, including like products like even bulbs, computer desk, whatever your heart desire. Just look, just sign up, subscribe, be a part of it. It's not going to cost you anything. And if there's a way that you can get something for half off from your favorite places, your favorite stores, why not?
You guys, I'm like really smart now. You don't even know.
One other tip that I have for you is plan your trips in advance. So if it is, in Jamaica, them say, take one stone kill 2 birds. Yeah, it means if it is that you are going to do something, see if you can incorporate another task in that, so that way it saves time, it's more convenient. So once upon a time, you know, let me tell you something, like when the gas price them never so turn up, I used to just, oh, I'm going down the road, brrr, or oh, I'm going here, drive out, done. Not anymore. Not this one, no. You can't trick me. Not anymore. What I do, I plan my trips in advance. So if it is that I have an errand to do at X place, and then I have another errand, I try to keep them all on the same day. So I pretty much do everything on the same day at the same time, or you know, make the stops on the way. So it is less gas that I'll be burning. If it is that you're taking the bus, same principle apply. You don't have to bail out taxi fare if you go down the road and then your member said, I forgot to go there, and then, you know, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, be more strategic in how you plan your trips on a daily basis. So if it is that you can make one trip and do 2, 3, 4, 5 different things on your errand or to-do list, do that. We don't have no time or no money for a braff no wanna shell out money for make Mr. JUTC rich.
I am rich.
We need to preserve and conserve our coins. Live, true or false? Comment below. Alright, now in addition to that, we have our home expenses, right? So in addition to traveling expenses, we have home expenses.
I'm just not ready for all of this. It's just...
One of the things we can do is to ensure that we turn off any unnecessary lights or outlets when we are not using them. Let me repeat. Turn off or plug out any unnecessary lights or electrical outlets, electrical plugs that we are not using. I have a friend of mine who actually told me that she reduced her bill by almost 85%. In other words, girl I paid $2,000. But $2,000, because what she did is started plugging out like the deep freeze. She started plugging it out at nights and just remembering to plug it in on schedule in the mornings. And she used to just keep this schedule, and it has been working for her. Because what happens is that when things are left plugged in, I know it's more convenient to leave it plugged in and you just click and turn on, but it does drain energy. Your meter is still running. Trust and believe. And if you don't believe me, ask Mr. JPS.
I believe we've established that.
Now with the AC thing that I just mentioned, right? What I have been doing, because what happened was I left the AC on by accident. You know, I dozed off and went to sleep and woke up nice and chilly and cool a few mornings. Alright, fear to find, me know so the bill like a little iron thing. But let me tell you something, I never prepared for what JPS to fix my business with. Me never ready. Me never ready. I remember say, me nah do it again. So, me say all of this to say, if you have an air conditioning unit in your home, make sure it's one of the inverter types, at least that saves some of your energy costs. One strategy you can do is to turn it on to cool down the room, because you know so the time is hot, climate change is really hard. So turn it on to cool down the room and use it along with the fan, right? Once the room has been sufficiently cooled, turn it off. What I do now to make sure that I never ever sleep away on my AC again is I put it on a timer. So I will set it for like an hour or 2. That's it. Done. And then the fan circulates the cool air that the AC has generated. Me sleep whole night with my AC on? Huh? Not this one, oh. Never again. JPS wanna teach me a lesson. So guys, if you have any other tips where it comes to your air conditioning, you can leave a comment below. Let me hear where work phone, because we're in this together, yeah? Now, in addition to home expenses, right, we need food. We can't live without food, yeah? So what we're gonna do is make a list before going to the grocery store. It sounds fool, it sounds simple, it sounds cliche, but let me tell you something. For the very few times I can remember stepping into a grocery store or a supermarket without a list, we turn idiot. Straight. Turn idiot. I start picking up things like, oh wait, them didn't need this, them didn't want that. They turn fool, buy stuff that wasn't even on the list to begin with. I mean, good stuff, necessary stuff, I guess, but it never depend on the list nor that month's budget, and still come home without the salt. So guys, make a list. So go through, what you're gonna do is go through your house every month, see what you need. What I start doing now, I start to plan them as meals. So I don't just buy for buying sake. I buy and plan the meal. So if I have like piece of pigtail, or let's say I have pigtail or chicken back in the fridge or something, I know say, alright, chicken back can make curry chicken back, or the pigtail can make some stew peas. So what I need else to make that meal? What else do I need to make that meal? I put down my rice and I put down my peas, or I put in my curry seasoning, and that's what I shop for, because I'm shopping for creation of the meal. Good? So that helps me in terms of making a list and making sure to stick to the list. Another thing I like to do is buy generic. I don't have to buy up the brand name items. Yes, we know there's a certain brand in the Caribbean that is very good, very tasty, but I don't have to buy them. I can try other brands. You know, I only want to know say it's nutritious for my family and thing, because I don't know them out my pocket just because a brand name. No.
Really?
No. And sometimes what happens is that you pay for convenience. There's a convenience tax. I don't know if you all know this, but you pay more for example, the pop-up tins, the ones with the little easy open tin. You pay more for the easy open tin than for the ones where you actually have to bust out the can opener. And I'm saying to you, I will bust out my can opener. Okay, I'm gonna take the can opener and do what it do, because these days you have to save every nickel, make a muckle. You have to save every bit, right? Because if it is a situation where your salary is like this and it's not going anywhere for any foreseeable future, you can't stretch to this. So we have to find ways and cut it down.
Oh my God! Wow!
Yeah, one of the things that we also can do, which we should have been doing from the start, is to track our spending. So sometimes, you know, things happen, you probably did need something and you probably got away with the spending. Probably the credit card got away from you, you know, like a wild goat. I know that experience. I know that feeling. You know, you probably bought one thing and said, boy, it's necessary, and you just bite the bullet and just spend. And I said, boy, I'm going to find somewhere you can make it up. And it got away from you. So you're in a situation now. What can you do? Well, you have to sit down and you look on where you spend so far. Where are you now? You will track your spending, where you spend on so far, right? And then based on what you see, you're gonna create a budget for the next month. So if it is then that you get away with a credit card, first of all, that you know, say you need to plug that hole. So to plug that hole, you need to stop spending. So put down the credit card, back away from the credit card. If you have a trusted spouse, or you know, you live by yourself, put it on ice for a little bit. Literally, put it in a little bag, secure it, put it in the freezer. I don't care what you do. Dig it, put it in one hole. So just stop spending, right? And then you're gonna put yourself on a budget. First off, one of the things you have to do is try to find some way to get your debt management under control. So we will talk about this another time, because I have been there. I know firsthand what it's like, so I can tell you, right? So once you've stopped spending, or you put a freeze on your spending, you may have to go without a few items that probably you just buy without a second thought.
Really?
Maybe a hairstyle, maybe you know, some new clothes, maybe, I don't know, whatever it is. You have to put a freeze on that and then get on a budget. Yeah? Alright, so that's what you're gonna have to do. Now, if it is a situation where the credit card is way unmanageable and there is no way, based on where you look on with the budget and you see you can't manage it, you may have to go into the bank and do one of two things. You can either work out a payment plan with them. I know that there are some banks in Jamaica right now that are being very flexible because of the COVID pandemic, and a lot of people have been afflicted. They are, they're kind of having a little flexibility in terms of how they handle things, right? And even some furniture stores too in Jamaica. One very popular furniture store too. You know who I'm talking about, yeah. So if you have any debts that are outstanding, whether credit card debt or consumer debt, like you buy some furniture and things, and you say it now can meet, go into the people then, tell them, talk to them, ask them if, for example, them can give a payment holiday. There's such a thing called a payment holiday, but they give you a little break between either a month or 3 months, depending on what their policy is, to get, allow you to get a chance to get back on your feet. Is there a reduced payment plan that you can work out with them? Can you do that? And also, finally, especially as far as these expenses are, if they are unmanageable and you find yourself paying out here, there, everywhere, and you have nothing left back at the end of the month, perhaps you need to examine debt consolidation if that is your final option. But it does work if you know how to make it work. So debt consolidation is where you will basically get a loan from your bank that will cover all of your outstanding debts and wrap it up in one payment. So one affordable payment that is easier for you to maintain. But the trick with that is if you get a debt consolidation loan, you can't get a debt consolidation loan for your credit card, for example, to cover your credit card, and then you're gone spend off of the credit card again, because you're gonna put yourself back in the situation on top of paying a loan. See what I'm saying?
They were calling to me, I swear, and they were all on sale.
So that particular solution requires some amount of self-control and self-discipline. So if it is that you see where you can do it, go ahead and do it, because it will make a difference. And it does work out for a lot of people that it cuts the spending down and frees up more money, so they can probably put on a little against their savings and also be able to manage them household, right? So there is that. Now, the thing to remember also about the credit card is if it is that you have that as a bill or an outstanding bill, try and pay more than the minimum payment, because credit card don't stop for nobody in terms of the bills and the interest rate. So unlike a consumer loan where you know that if you're paying for the fridge, right? Let's say you take out a fridge of quartz and you're paying for that fridge. Quartz and you don't agree, say at $10 you're paying for that fridge every month. No matter what, it's $10. As long as you don't miss a payment, it's $10. Not with a credit card. With a credit card, the interest varies, not only in addition to the market rates, the exchange rates and so on, but it varies in addition to what you owe on the full sum.
I'm just not ready for all of this. It's just...
So if you dare paying just the minimum, you are only just paying the minimum, hon. Your bill is still going up. You are still gonna be billed an interest charge based on the total sum of that credit card. So these are my little tips and tricks for budgeting and saving on monthly bills and expenses, and also debt management. So yeah, let us know in the comments below if you have any other tips and tricks, and if you'd like to see more of this content, please like, share and subscribe. Guys, it's been Beauty and the Budget. See you later. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.